William Buck again, your favourite accountant. Well, if I'm not your favourite accountant, at least I should be in the top 5. So I'm talking about practice valuations again. So practice valuations, remember I've done a first video on this, which was talking about the formula for creating a valuation of your practice. It's future maintainable earnings multiplied by your risk rate. So a lot of people have said, Paul, how do we increase our value? Naturally, when you go through and you're looking at trying to increase the value of practice, you focus on the profit and say, well, we've got to get our profit up because we want to get our value up. But you shouldn't be doing this alone. You need to look at both elements to your valuation and make sure you're addressing the risks around your practice. By minimizing the risks, you can increase that risk factor, which can have a much greater impact on the overall value of your practice. So doing something that scares a lot of doctors, we're going to look at some numbers. So assume you've got a practice that's making $300,000 and it's multiple at the moment on a valuation perspective, we calculated at 3.25 times. So when we're going through and looking at the value of that practice, it comes out about $975,000. Now, over a period of time, maybe a couple of years, the practice owners have worked with their advisors and they've been able to increase the profit up on that practice up to $350,000. The multiple though hasn't been addressed. And so then having a look at what the value of the practice is now, it's coming up about $1.14 million. So that's a significant increase. We've increased up the profit. By doing that, we've got more money coming into the practice, but we've also been able to increase the value of the practice coming through. But going through and attacking both the profit of the practice and trying to address the risk multiple, let's have a look and say if we increase that profit up to $350,000, but took the multiple from 3.25 up to 3.75. The value of the practice has then gone up to around the $1.3 million mark, which is a significant increase on that initial starting point. So this money is now going to be coming to you as the doctor when you come to sell your practice. Going through and addressing the valuation of your practice and looking at both the profit and the multiple to go through is a significant way and a great way to increase the value of practice. How do you do this? There's lots of ways to do it. The big way that we always talk to our doctors about is having a plan behind it. Going in and having no plan in the approach, no strategic plan, no business plan, is just going to lead to some sort of chaos. Going through and thinking about succession planning, one of the starting points could be to get a valuation of your practice. Go through and say, I'm thinking about some of my practice, I think it's worth this. You might not know where the actual value is coming through. Get the valuation calculated. Valuation normally costs around that $3,000 to $3.5 grand plus GST. When you're getting the valuation done, speak to the person that's done the valuation, make sure that they're experienced and they know what they're doing in the medical industry, and then go through and say, well, what are the factors that you took into account when coming to my value? And then you can go through and spend a couple of years trying to address those factors so that when you come to sell, you've actually gone through and you should get a much better outcome from the sale of your practice. That's it for me today. Stay tuned for more videos to come.